night and day. For next to nothing pay, so they can't see their way. We don't enjoy equal facility. Like Pharaoh and company, brainwashing we say we free. We just can't go this way. We just can't go this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go this way. Time to make them oppress us pay. We just can't go this way. So the children could see their way. We just can't go this way. Suffer like this. You said that you will take care of the poor, just like you did in Egypt. When Pharaoh had the Israelites in bondage, you delivered them. But here again, we are in the same khaki pants. We have those modern Pharaohs who oppress the poor, who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lie. Just come on this way. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the poor. Another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray.
Get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. We got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, is a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle, so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners, of course, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, while I fix my time, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And I know we say it here, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanius, you're from Zonaranius, Venaranius. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you're wearing. We have purple t-shirt, a pink t-shirt, a salmon t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And you know we start eating.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have DAT on WZYE, Santa Medite.
Yeah. That's the thing, self. That's the thing, self. Let me bring in 1/3 of the DAT Triplets. The man himself. The man who get a new name. But we ain't calling him that name here. The man from Sally Bay. Some people say Solibia. The man from Marabella. Some people say Mirabella. The man from Palo Seco Government Secondary. Some people say Palo or Palo Seco. Some people say Palo Seco. The man, former commissioner in Newark. The one and only, the man himself, Thomas E. Marshall Nisbet boy. Come welcome.
Good evening, my good friend. How are you today?
Today is a splendiferous day, man. Thing nice, can't complain.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be here in the village as usual.
Yeah. You're always happy to be here. Well, Tommy, I think what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna give a kind of a update on my journey back to where I need to be. So I went to the track today again and I run another mile. Right? This time I run 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So
So you're improving.
in one day, I've improved by 52 seconds. All right. Tommy, let me take this call here because I think this is for my mother. Go ahead while I take this call.
Yeah, well, we are still in post-budget mode, and I'm sure everyone in Trinidad and Tobago is trying to analyze and decipher what's in it for them and if they would be better off. I think the fear of property taxes coming in 2024 is on everybody's mind because it's still confusing. Even though the minister tried to explain it as best as he could, it's still confusing to people as to what is going to be that rental value that will be used. So there's a bit of nervousness, I suspect, based on some of the discussions I've heard, and that would not be dispelled until the thing actually comes into play or fruition. So there we are. Here we are. Here we are, post budget. all the questions. Who's saying that it's nothing new? Who's saying that it's a charade? Who's saying that it's great? What do you say? What are you saying? You tell us. Maybe you'll have to share with us your opinions tonight as to what you say about what you think about this budget. Are you there, Wall Street?
Yeah, Tommy. And of course, Tommy, we want to hear the people's opinion about the budget. And Tommy, I have to tell you, I took time today, but I went over the whole 136 or 137 pages. I went
Okay.
over the whole thing. As a matter of fact, I had to send it for you. Yes, I will send it for you.
I looked at it. I skimmed through it. But send me what you have. I skimmed through it. I saw it online today. I was looking at it. I was looking for specifics.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. I went for specifics, and I went to see how this budget will affect the sufferers. Putting it
Because
mildly.
because there's a lot of fluff in that budget. You know that.
So when you say fluff, what do you mean?
I mean, like just like stuff you would consider like old talk now, as opposed
Yeah.
to you have to actually weed through a lot to get to the specific, the numbers, and
Well, that's how a budget. A budget is never a 1 hour kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I
A
know.
budget is always is like a marathon then.
Yeah, it's like a campaign document too.
Yeah, it's a marathon. It's a marathon. Kizzy, you could send me a message on the WhatsApp number. Yeah, it's a marathon. So Tommy, before we go, right? I told you that after about 3 weeks off, because I had a calf injury, I started back yesterday. So I'm gonna give you guys a chronology of me getting back to the place, Tommy, where I have to break world records. And I want to sidetrack the people a little bit. And I want to just talk about a discussion I had today with one of my close friends. We went to university together, and both of us were captains of the track team. And he was telling me something about myself that I never really thought about, But anyway, so today I was able to run another mile. I
Is
ran
that
eight.
is that close friend MP?
No, it's Derek. His name is Derek Pinedo. Derek
Oh,
and Derek is good friends with him as well. Derek is the Jamaican guy.
okay,
Most of the time, he does be around MP.
all
You
right.
know? Yeah. So Tommy, I went back to the track again today. I know what I'm gonna do, Tommy. I'm gonna try to see if I could start to somehow tape it. You know? Tommy, hold again. You had to take it again. I had to take this call.
Go ahead. Yeah, well, I know we went in another direction, but my mind is still on the budget. My mind is still on the budget, and I know most people are thinking about a budget. As a matter of fact, someone called me today and said to me, "Did they increase old age pension? Did you notice that?" I said, "No, I haven't noticed that." That made me look through the document even more, looking to see if there was an increase in old age pension, but it wasn't. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you talk about what you were talking about.
Right. So I I mean, I know it's not really no big improvement, to be honest with you, Tommy. Right. So I went from 9 minutes and 22 seconds to 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Right.
It's,
And
it's a step up.
it's a step in the right direction. So I'm gonna try to do that for about maybe 4 to 5 days. So I have to be careful of the injury don't come back. So I was having a discussion with my friend, my running friend from Seton. We went to Seton 4 years together, and we were captains of the track team. And he said to me something that I really never thought about it in that perspective or that way, but somebody else also said to me. He said to me, he says, and Sam, just call me Libon. Libon, every time you establish a world record, you're the first person in the world, history of the world, to do that. I say, that's interesting, And he says, you are like part of the 1%, in that he was telling me that because of my age, he believed the injuries is because of my age. That's what he's saying, right?
Mm.
But I never really consider age. I'll be honest with you. I never really considered age to be part of whatever I do. I just keep doing it. And he says to me that, the kind of mindset that you have, it's a mindset that's different to many other people. And I want people to read this book called Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck. It talks about whether you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset.
Right.
So yeah, that's the recommendation. That's the book recommendation from WZYE 95.9 FM. Get the book Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck. You could get it if you go to YouTube. You could get the audio. You get the audio, right? You get the audio book. Or if you Google it, you could get the PDF, and you could save it and read it at your will. Or you could go to what is that, Audible, right? And you
Right.
could get the audio book there as well. So he was telling me about the type of mindset now, and he was 100% right. And I'll give you one quick example. He said, when was the last time you actually run? I said, boy, it was just before the pandemic, right? And I had established a world record in the 800 for my age group. I ran 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And told me as soon as I was just finished doing that, 5 minutes later, my goal was to go back and break that world record I just established, right? And about a month later, I went back and I broke that world record. I ran 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And when I was finished breaking that world record, my next goal was to be the first person, 60 or over, to run under 2 minutes and 10 seconds for 800 meters. So you see where I'm going? It's
Yes, sir.
like,
You're driven.
and it's like I'm not satisfied with,
Right.
and
You
but
keep
that could be,
reaching.
huh?
You just keep reaching to get a little higher.
But that could be a problem too. That's what you was telling me. You say, but you say, but Libonio, that could be a problem too, because it's like you are never satisfied. You see, you
Wow.
always want more and more.
It's like an addiction.
Correct is right. Correct is right. Exactly. 100% correct. As you said that, Tommy, I remember during the pandemic, right? They had closed down a lot of these parks. And I used to go to a park in Springfield, and I had to jump the fence. And I will jump the fence. And no, what happened is that I will wish rainfall, right? So when I go out there, there's nobody else out there. So if it was raining, I will leave home, go to the field, and I run, nobody there. And I jump the fence. And one day, the Springfield police came by,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy with a bullhorn says, "You have to leave the track. You have to leave the track. No one is supposed to be in the track in the facilities." So I checked my watch right away, Tommy, and it was maybe about 10:30. I said, all right. That means to say either had to come an hour later or an hour earlier, right? Because like they're doing little inspection now.
Right. Yeah, routine checks.
Yeah, the routine checks. So I am trying to figure out ways how I could defeat them routine checks so I could go run. So, we was having that discussion today, and I was like, wow, man, wow, it's unbelievable. But that's just a little thing there, So I'll kind of keep you guys update on, how this return to running goes, and
How it progresses.
yeah, the progress that's being made, over this period of time here. So Tommy, let's go to the chat and see all the
Yeah.
people here in the chat.
Nadia was first again. She took her place, her rightful place.
And then Nadia was second. She says, Anselm, good night to you. Mm-hmm. And then she was third also. She said, Tommy, good night. Blessings.
Blessings to you, Nadia. Good night. And thank you.
Then she does a separation. She separates the male from the female.
Yep.
Yeah. She don't make joke, separation, boy. Rennie Mohammed, good night. Albert Vonnie, Ken Troy. Yeah, boy. Then she going to the females now. Takesha, Judy, Rose, Lana. Yeah.
Then
And
she
then she
goes to die.
yeah, and then she went to the Storm next.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. But I wonder what subject she does teach. Nadia, what subject she does teach? She very
Hmm.
orally, I wonder if she teach English.
I feel she teaches several subjects. Maybe she teach younger children.
Uh, but if I take a guess, Tommy, a guess. If I was to speculation, I could speculate, right? You could
Yes,
speculate. I think English had to be one of she subjects. I
I think
just
she
feel
teaches. I think she teaches a class where she teaches all subjects.
okay. All right,
Something,
all right.
something tells me that I don't know. And there comes the quiche. There comes the
She go,
quiche.
she go tell we. She go tell we. Yeah, she go tell we. Yeah. Keisha say,
Good night,
um,
Keisha.
Keisha boy, all you got $1,000 book grand boy. Keisha,
You have to pass a means test though.
but Tommy, let me be honest. Let me be honest. Do you have a problem? All right, let me ask you a question.
Go
Are you
ahead.
torment or torm out on the means test? Let me ask you that. You torment or you torm out on the means test?
You know what? I torment because it should be relatively easy to prove your status. I mean, because if you're well-to-do, except if they have you jumping through a high hurdle, then it's something else for the means test. But hopefully, a means test wouldn't be so ridiculous. But I want to torment on it.
All right. So, folks in the chat, do you torment or torm out on a means test? When we say torment and torm out, that's a little thing we do here. Do you agree or disagree? You torment, you agree. You torm out, you disagree. Do you torment or do you torm out on the means test? Right? Takesha, Diana, the storm, boy. Oh, God, the storm get plenty purple emojis, boy. Heart,
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's in London.
yeah. And Tommy, boy, oh, God, you get some blue hearts, boy, Tommy. Why?
Thank you.
I get red hearts. I get red. I wonder why she give me red, boy.
Yeah,
I wonder if she trying to,
red is great. That's
I
a
wonder
lot
if
of
she,
love.
I wonder if she trying to send my message to me.
Yeah, that she loves you. And I know you love her too.
Oh yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh, you mean Takesha
You
is our
better.
favorite here. Takesha is our favorite here in the village, man. Takesha is one of the original villagenians, Villagenians, Original, Loyal and original. They don't come, but they don't make them like Takesha, Nadia, and them, and the rest of them. Albert Montano, Hailey, Nadia,
Rennie,
Troy, Rennie,
me,
Captain,
Capitan,
Arjun. It depends on what name you decide to use.
with the side of very
Victoria,
Dennis
Mean Gene,
G,
Denise G, Lana,
Lana,
what another?
Rose,
Rose. Yeah, Rose. Carice. When
right?
Carice come, yeah. Rennie, we call Rennie already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Troy Smith. Yeah, Troy Smith. When you come vex and all he does do is cuss the P&M. That all Troy Smith good to do, Cuss the P&M. But we like Troy Smith, man. Troy Smith is one of the UNC favorites, yeah. And then Tommy,
Victoria,
it ever a UNC fellow that was called Anderson, yeah? And sometimes a curators take away your phone. You understand? And he doesn't get to call, but he does when she give it back to him, he does send a little message every once in a while. You know what I mean? And then Troy Smith, sometimes Troy Smith does get banned, so Kizzy does take away his phone. And he does just have to go and listen to it. He can't send no message. So when you see Anderson and Troy Smith, get time out there.
oh wow,
Tommy, I don't know big men used to get time out, boy.
yeah.
A yellow body tell me that, A yellow body boy will spend my years. They say Wall Street boy, Troy Smith and Anderson does get time out, boy. I say, what is that? What is time out? They say, you don't know what time out is? I said, no, what is that? Half time or something? I didn't know. They say, no, boy.
Little Jack on.
Yeah, like
Sit in that corner and eat your
Yeah.
curls and
Yeah. Tommy, thanks for explaining it that way. Yeah, when them fellas and them sit down in the little corner and they're very obedient, yeah, I had to give them credit. They're very, very obedient. Yeah. Yeah, Troy Smith and Anderson, good night.
but probably if you had a wife like Akira, you'd be obedient too. You know, you never know. So don't knock him.
Well, no, I had to be obedient. It's 35 years, you know. I had to be obedient, you know.
I hear you.
I might get all my responsibilities taken away. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I had to be very careful, very, very careful. Yeah. But
Yes.
but I think now I see them fellas coming back in the chat and thing. You know what I mean? So I think thing must be nice. You know, I know they must be listen to the budget and they read the budget and Troy and Anderson happy too bad, boy.
Like Papi.
They're happy like pappy, boy. Yeah. They're coming blazing, boy. They're gonna say Wall Street, boy. Finally, boy, they're looking after we, boy. Finally. After 8 years, boy. Troy and Anderson, because you know them fellas and them fellas and them on the other side. And they'll be happy too bad, boy. What?
What about you, Wall Street? Are you happy?
Well, we go talk about that. Because
Okay, I don't want to put you on the spot. I just
No, I review it and we go talk about that. We go talk about that. I go talk about it. Because there are some things that I've seen and some things that I think, you know, the pros and cons of the budget. We could put it that way.
Yeah. There are pros and there are cons.
There are pros and there are cons.
But do you think there are more cons than pros?
Based on what I see, there are more pros than cons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, based on what I see. And you know, I've highlighted, I've gone through it. But I had to do, boy, it take me plenty work, boy. I had also take the PDF, change it to a Word document. Then I had to go through the Word document. I had to try and fix it. It was a lot of work. But we go discuss that, man. We had to discuss that. So Keisha says, only love in the village, no room for hate. Yeah, full 100. Eiley, where you get from the budget, Eiley? The budget, what the budget? How do you feel about the budget, Eiley? Yeah? All right. Of course, Denise G. Maybe I had to send the budget for Denise G, but Denise, based on what you hear or what you see, what you think about the budget? Curtis Monteshad, boy, live on direct out of Chumakak, boy. Building 3. Is Building 3, Curtis? Building 3, boy. Miss Coover. Hey, Miss Coover, we didn't see you in a long time, boy.
Yeah, well, hey.
Yeah, Miss Coover, welcome back, boy. Good night, everyone in the village. Blessing to Keisha, Lana, Nadia, Diane, Joan, Rose, Hailey, and Oprah, boy. Oprah is Diana, right? Oprah is Diana?
Or Diana?
I think she does. Miss Coover does call she Oprah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
Okay, Miss Coover.
I
It
feel
kind
good.
of slipped me.
Hey. Oh, you see what I tell you? Look at Kira there. Akira say good night.
Good night,
Right?
Akira.
Yeah. You see? Akira say what's on the agenda tonight. Akira, we talking about how
Post budget.
Yeah, we talking how your husband jump up when he hear all them goodies in the budget. He didn't jump up so in a long time. Yeah. You know when you go carnival, you don't jump up. But you jump up, boy. You almost touch that UNC flag the other day in the beatum.
Oh, Lord. Wall Street, you like Bacchanal according to them over
You know, Anderson done so tall already.
You make me repeat what Gemma said. Wall Street, you like Bacchanal.
No. I listen. They say Anderson was listening to the budget. And when he hear they say, boy, 1,000 book grant, they say, boy, Anderson jump up, boy, and the flag, the man almost touched the flag, eh? They say that is the highest they see Anderson jump in years. They thought they want to take him to the Olympics, you know, because they say he could high jump.
Good night, Rose.
Yeah, Rose, good night. Rani Mohammed, boy. Dr. Love in the house, boy. Yeah, boy, Love in the house, Dr. Love. Rose, good night.
But as Rose is from where point?
I ain't sure, no. Rose, where you from? I know.
I asked because it has some drama in point over the last Let's see as over the last 24 hours, there's some drama in point.
What kind of drama?
2 lives were taken and one was
Oh
was
boy.
hurt badly.
Oh boy. Oh
Gun
boy.
violence again.
Hmm. Yeah.
It
Go ahead.
kind of makes you feel that there's no place that is off limits.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway,
Yeah, boy. It is. Let me say hello to Glynis Donna Warner. Glynis, you have a very popular last name there, you know. Glynis Donna Warner, boy.
all right, Miss
Mohan
Warren,
Prasad. Eh. But look
welcome, Miss.
who, but look who's saying thumbs up. Anderson Wilson, boy. Anderson
Thomas,
Wilson.
Thomas.
No, he got thumbs up. A thumbs up. He just had a nice little thumbs up. I don't know, boy. Like. I know, boy. I know what's going on with Anderson. No, Anderson very quiet these days, boy. Like good thing happening, boy. See that he quiet. That budget come and Anderson stopped talking, boy. Like he went by the dentist and he beat him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I did some fuzzy math yesterday or day before, saying
uh,
that the budget would bring for the minimum wage 200, but it's actually 164.
well, you mean 8 hours times 3, right?
That
That's
8 hours.
24.
No. I'm talking about the full amount, 2050.
Oh, you multiply that times 8.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. So do that math again. So 8.
that's 164.
Okay,
164 a
164
day.
times 5, right?
8 times 2050 for a day's pay.
Mm. And you times that by 5 or 6, right?
Like 5 days or 6 days, depending on how many days a week you work. But
Right. And if you
I was looking at the day's pay. I was thinking, just off the top of my head, I was thinking the day's pay is going to be a minimum 200 a day, but no, it's actually 164 a day.
And if you tell her 164 times 5, that is 820, right?
Right.
I just regular. And 820 times 4, that is 3280. 3280 times 12, $39,360.
You know what the US does? We'll divide it by 7 to see how much US a year that is.
5,622.
So
What is the minimum wage in America?
I'm not sure. Let me look it up right quick.
Yeah, different states are different minimum wage. Different states.
Let's see what the federal minimum wage is.
Yeah. Mean Gene, good evening, Mean Gene. You like the budget, eh? I Mean Gene people budget, you know.
What's the US minimum wage, federal minimum wage?
Captain Singh said the budget real nice. The budget real nice.
7.25 an hour.
$7.25 an hour?
Yeah.
Okay. $7.25.
That's almost $50 TT.
Yeah. But I don't know if we could. We could use. Of course, we're using gross national income, but we're also using purchasing power parity, and we go delve into that. Right? We gotta delve into that.
You know what's worse is that things that are imported from the United States. With the price we pay in the United States, they pay double the price because you have to pay for shipping and duties.
Yes.
So it's you're still at a disadvantage. Here it is, you're getting quarter of the minimum wage for the US. And then you're paying double the US price for the good.
But for me, one of the things Donald Trump was doing is to impose high tariff on imported goods, right? so it could dissuade. So the goods here in America will be much cheaper than those goods that are being imported.
Right. So
Right?
you buy local.
So you buy local. You know, I don't know if they do that type of stuff in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, but even if they do it, how much local production there is?
Correct is right. Correct is right. Correct is right. So doing that, they could just pass on that cost to the consumer.
That's all.
That's all they could do. You know? Hey, look, we are Walton, boy. Walton Walker from Tobago, boy. Walton, what part of Tobago you from? Let me know what part of Tobago you're from, Walton. Tobago in the house, boy. Tobago, boy. Yeah, boy.
Welcome, Mr. Walker.
Yeah. And listen to this, eh? And words you just use MIA or APA. What has been them? What's MIA? Missing in action?
MIA is probably the Miami airport,
Or what is APA?
maybe Atlanta. I don't know.
Tommy, Walton Tommy with you, eh? And
Hey,
yeah, he Tommy with you. What is that? Mean Gene want to know what's the content of the means test. Mean Gene, the question was asked, do you torment or do you torm out? Do you know what's the content? Tommy give you kind of an explanation about the means test. Do you agree that there should be a means test or do you disagree?
do you disagree? That's what we're asking.
That is it. We don't know the contents, but
It's
whatever
only-
the content.
But
Yeah.
what we know for sure is whether it's going to determine whether you're worthy or
Yeah.
unworthy of the grant.
And they say there's gonna be a means test. Yeah. Bishram boy from Sandy Grande, boy. Bishram, what part of Sandy Grande you from? Let me know, what part of Sandy Grande. Like if I know Sandy Grande. Yeah.
I know Sandy Grande.
Oh yeah. Tommy know Sandy Grande. What part of Sandy Grande you from, Bishram? Let me know, Yeah. Sandy Grande, boy. What? That way up there, boy. How
That's
far that from you?
my neck of the woods. That's very
Okay.
close to me.
Oh, so Kevin Williams storm out. Kevin Williams says, and Sam the PNM say education is the future. So all book grants should be given to children without any means test.
Kevin Williams, that's your opinion.
He says,
My opinion was that if your father is a millionaire, you can afford $1,000. $1,000 is a drop in the bucket for him. But go ahead.
Tommy, that way you say makes sense then, So Kevin, that's the answer. But Tommy, you're causing trouble,
What it says here. Tommy,
You really think, me, I staying out at that. Me ain't getting involved in that. You want me to read it for you?
yeah.
Rose says, Tommy, like I lose you to Nadia for good.
Oh,
Not me, nah. I just read in the comments, Yeah?
there's enough. Rose, there's enough for me to go around.
Wait. Kevin says, we the population have to go through a means test for our taxpayers' money. People wake up. I don't understand that, Tommy. So anybody that have children should be able to just get the grant.
Okay. Basically what they're saying, they want an unconditional grant.
Yeah. Kevin, I don't know about that, man. In this country, Kevin, in the United States, everything you had to pass through. You had to pass through things to get things, Social services, they don't just give everybody it. You have to qualify.
Correct, is right.
There has to be a qualification process. The idea is, what is the qualification process? That is it. You know what I mean? I think that's what's important. The qualification process. Victoria, good night to all. Hope everyone is okay after God. Good night to you, Victoria.
But
Walton says, guys, same old for Tobago. What do you mean by that, Walton?
yeah, I anyway.
What does that mean?
He's saying same old for Tobago. Tobago going to get what they deserve, basically.
Oh, okay, but okay, that's another discussion. That's a separate discussion, right? And we could have that discussion about Tobago and the allocation for Tobago. We could have that discussion, definitely. You know, Walton, was your position on the $1,000 book grant, the education grant? What is your position? Victoria, what about you? What is your position on the book grant? You think, well, we say if you're Tom in or you're Tom out, right? So we know that Kevin definitely Tom out. No doubt about it. Eileen says
Victoria agrees with the means test.
she agree with the means test.
Yes.
I shocked. That is shock. You sure that you saying Victoria?
Victoria Morris says, I agree totally with the means test.
Tommy, you have on your right reading glasses?
Oh my goodness. Let me take off my glasses and see if I can read. I can't read without my glasses.
Okay, all right. You have it on then. All right. Victoria said that? Oh,
That's what she says.
I thought Victoria that said they need no test.
I would like to know what Nadia thinks also, because she's a school teacher. The thing is, the laptops are being given without a means test. Is that true? Everybody gets a laptop.
Well, I think, Tommy, once you're in school, you know you're in school, right?
Yep.
So, but that's a good point there too, you know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If everybody in school getting a laptop without a means test, why you mean needed a means test for the $1,000? That's who raised that point? You raised that point, Tommy?
No, we were talking about the fact that to get the $1,000, you have to pass the means test. That's what I said.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have to pass a means test for the laptop.
You asked me to Tom in or Tom out, whether I agree or disagree.
Right. You agree that you need a means test.
I agree that the means test is not a big deal, because there are parents like Wall Street who can afford. If he had 5 children, he can afford to buy books for them because he's a millionaire.
No. When we grew up in Chumaka, Clavantil, we would have to do the means test.
No, that was then, but this is now.
No. I'm talking about when we in Trinidad. We would have to do the means test about 4 or 5 times. Remember, was 5 of us in the 2-bedroom apartment?
That was, but since you have pulled yourself by the bootstraps and you're up there and you're a millionaire, why should I give you $1,000 to buy a drop in your bucket?
But according to Kevin, we need no means test. So I should be able to get. They should not discriminate against me because I work hard and pull myself up by the bootstrap. Right. You and Victoria shouldn't. You, Kevin and Victoria, right? No. Kevin is against the means test. You and Victoria shouldn't discriminate against me because I pull myself from the bootstrap and I work hard. I should be able to get it too. I should be able to get it just like anybody else.
Nadia says, I find that's a good thing with the book grant for kids.
So she told me.
Yep.
Well. Yeah. But Nadia, what about the means test? Eileen says, I don't think much of the budget because I don't expect anything to come of it. I mean, we have many budgets before this, and what was the outcome? Nothing but more burden on the citizen. Eileen, you can't really go back 1 year now. We're going forward. No.
Victoria says this to you. Anslim, I'm a very national person. Ask yourself, what is the purpose and what are you trying to achieve with the book grant? You get that?
Yeah, but I didn't give my opinion on the book grant. I think it's a good thing. Yeah, all right, so I will torment on the book grant. And here is why. But with a caveat. With a caveat. If the laptops are being given to anyone without a means test, right? Then I think that's a problem. Because you're giving the laptop to people who could afford a laptop, right? And they don't need, they could just go and buy a laptop.
That we have to find out too, if everybody gets a laptop.
Right. So we want to find out if everybody gets a laptop. Because if everybody gets a laptop, then Kevin, you have a valid point. Right? Because then they don't have no means test. And that laptop, well, the laptop might cost more than that grant, you know. You never know.
Well, a laptop now is on the average 200 US for a halfway decent laptop for a student, especially if you're buying a bulk.
Oh God, yeah.
So 200 US is how much?
It's 1,400.
Yeah, just a little over $1,000.
Right. So
maybe based on the volume they're buying, they may get it cheaper than that.
Correct as well. Economies of scale. That's what they call that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we're teaching that in class today. Yeah.
Right.
When you're buying bulk, you get cheaper price, cost reduction.
That's right.
Yeah. Kevin Williams says input say back pay for workers. Like they don't work for that. It's owed to them. Oh God, but Kevin, oh God. The people getting a little something. It's better they just, they're getting a little kakada, they're getting a little Christmas bonus. You know what I mean? You know, let me feel good for them now, Kevin. Oh God. You know what I mean? You're feeling good, a little something. I know it's their money, but we gain them now. We gain them the money.
Right.
Kevin said the budget is a campaign budget. It starts 20 TT to convert how much US dollars? If it's 20 TT, that is about close to $3 US, cost $7 for one.
Yep.
Right? That's close to
$3 US roughly.
Yeah. Victoria says, highly, I don't consider it a burden, but we have to learn to set our priorities. We can make it after God. Also, teach the children about sacrifice from young. I agree with that. Tommy boy, Hailey already dealing with you, boy. Tommy, corned beef don't come from the US. Folks, we're going to go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. It's Ansam and Tommy and you in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So, folks, what we're discussing tonight, we're having a post-budget debate. And we are talking about the things in the budget. All right? We're talking about the budget tonight. So, the question is, do you believe that the $1,000 grant should have a means test? Do you torm in or do you torm out? That means, do you agree or do you disagree? You torm in, you agree. You torm out, you disagree. Simple. All right? And we go get to other things in the budget too. So, like Tommy, I really wanted you to know that corned beef don't come from the US.
Okay, that's fine.
The corned
That
beef.
what? Corned beef is what Honaman diet? Because he Honaman coming
No,
from the
no, no,
USA.
no, Tommy, corned beef was poor people diet. Poor people.
Okay.
Yeah, when you come home and that thing and you had to make a quick corned beef with plenty salt, eh? They should call that salt beef. You
But
understand?
I remember it. Roughly, I remember it being joked about as eating Honaman food when eating corned beef.
Eh? But when we eat corned beef up in Chumaka, we know about no. That corned beef is it tastes good, boy. Your mother mix that up. Put some ketchup and thing in that, boy, and put some onion and garlic and thing, boy. That thing real good, boy.
Yeah, they season the hell out of it. Yeah, it tastes like
You know,
caviar.
Tommy, Kevin in easy, Kevin say answer you can't check American minimum wage to Trinidad. The dollar in America still have value.
Wow.
Oh. Walton from Bethel, boy. Bethel close to Roxborough, right?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's up that way. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, didn't he say APA is the American Psychological Association? And boy, didn't he real nothing, boy? See, dude. Bishram say, boy, they open the fishing. Where the fishing pond is?
Fishing pond.
Where that is?
That's when you live in Grandy going towards Manzan.
That is the name of the place? Fishing pond?
Yes, fishing pond area. That's how it's called.
What else catch plenty fish there? No,
Yeah, yeah, Slim. Yeah, Slim. We catch plenty fish there.
it's a fishing pond. They say fishing pond. Yeah. Hey, Bishram. What else catch? So fish just well, why did they name it Bishram? Why did they name it fishing pond? Let me ask the question.
It
Why did
has
they name it
different.
fishing
It has different
right?
areas, man. It has different areas of Sangre Grande. That's one
Yeah,
area.
but why would you call it fishing pond though?
Fishing pond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
let Bisham give us an explanation as to what.
yeah. Give us an explanation, Bishop. And Tommy, I going on a campaign to change the name of Chumaka, okay?
To what?
I would call it because they are Chumak, I would call it Wall Street. Right?
Wall Street.
Yes,
Wall
yes,
Street. I
yes.
don't. I'm not sure if I agree with you.
Why not?
Get
And
something.
I'll give you my reason why I want that name change. Go ahead.
I wanted to hear something more local,
Like what?
like
And I go tell you why I said that.
like steel pan alley or something. You know.
Let me tell you why I said that, eh? Because I want to be able to inspire the people up there for a better tomorrow. And for the people to understand that yes, I'm in this situation here and I can aspire to something bigger and better. And if they Google Wall Street and they see that it's the financial capital of the world, they could aspire for something big. Or do I name it that? Name it something close to that then.
Right. Something that reflects financial or.
Right. Something reflect uplifting the people.
Yes.
Yeah, I want upliftment. I want upliftment. That's what I want. And I want
Because
let me tell
because
you what I want.
because Anslim, the history of Wall Street may not be as rosy as we think. You know.
Yeah, but we go use the 90% of Wall Street. We go use the 90%. Instead of the 10%. We go use the highly principle. The
Well,
highly theory. We go use the highly
Wall
theory.
Wall Street has some sordid history when it comes to slavery and so on. Anyway,
Yeah, but we go use the 90%. And Victoria, you are absolutely correct. Corned beef have no nutritional value. But we didn't know that back then. But then again, Victoria, is where you could afford to, you know.
and the seasoning had the nutritional value.
Yeah, it's where you could afford to, you know. But when
The
your mother
seasoning,
put
the seasoning had medicinal value.
correct is right. Correct is right. Yeah. Tommy, Walton agree with you. Tommy, you're right. So he told me. All right, let
Thank
me
you,
go to
Walter.
let me go to Hailey. Hailey says at Victoria the budget is $1 trillion. $1 trillion, Hailey? We got trillion from.
Slim, when you see that, you're supposed to say hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag Victoria. All right. No, that's at Victoria.
Yeah, I
Hashtag is
know.
when you, huh?
Yeah,
No,
but
that's at hashtag is when you want to
oh yeah, okay.
yeah,
That's the at sign.
like the at sign. That is at Victoria.
Hashtag is the number sign.
Yeah, hashtag is the number sign.
All right,
At
I got it.
Victoria, the budget is $1 trillion taken from the treasury that will never make it to the citizen. Will only reach as far as the governmental pockets. Who is going to pay the citizens? Hailey, where Hailey get a number from? Where you get $1 trillion from, Hailey? $1 trillion pesos, you mean? Hey, pesos come in dollars too, right? Where Hailey got $1 trillion from?
So
Hailey,
a trillion from the treasury. The treasury had a trillion.
no, he said the budget is $1 trillion.
Yeah, but I want to know if the treasury had a $1 trillion just sitting around,
I don't know, boy.
or to get a $1 trillion, I'm sure some borrowing would have to be done.
Yeah, that is the 10% Hailey. You can't worry about that, Hailey. Captain Singh said Savannah, Georgia, right? $18 an hour. That real good, boy. That ain't bad, you know. $18 an hour.
That's the minimum.
I guess that's what he's saying there. Wait, tell me, what was New Jersey? What was the federal again?
$7.25.
$7.25?
Yeah, that's the federal.
Federal minimum, boy?
Yeah.
What? So cheap?
Hey, in Trinidad, that's $50.
Good. Nah, but we can't put it like that, man. Victoria says,
Okay.
I agree.
Let's compare the past price of gas in the United States to Trinidad. Trinidad prices are on par or maybe higher than the U.S. prices.
Let me do that, Tommy. Compare the prices of gas in Trinidad and Tobago to the U.S. Let me do that. Compare. Let me do that.
Which is a basic necessity for transportation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see. Compare the price of gas in Trinidad
And
Tobago to the US. The USA in US dollars, right?
Mm-hmm.
In US dollars. All right, so let me do that.
I have it here.
You have it there?
Trinidad gasoline prices in USD for a gallon is $4.32.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So, yeah, right. $4.32 per gallon.
Mm-hmm.
The average price in the US is USD $3.22 per gallon as of September 2023. Therefore, gasoline is more expensive in Trinidad and Tobago than in the United States.
So there you have it. And then what's the minimum wage?
$20.50.
Which is what, like $3 US?
$20.50 is how much TT, right? $20.50 is how much US. 20. Let's get the accurate amount. $20.50 TT dollars is how much US. I mean, we could just divide it, but we want to get the right amount. So, how much US dollars? You do any maths, folks? You do any maths? We maths in. 2050. 2050 TT dollars is equivalent to $3.03 USD.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah. You can't do it that way, man. You can't compare dollar for
Why
dollar.
not? Why not? Because you have to pay that for gasoline to get from point A to point B.
So but
And the goods,
Tommy,
because the goods that you are not manufacturing or not producing in Trinidad, you have to import it, and even if you import it from somewhere else, you're paying USD for it because that's the currency that's being used for trade.
all right.
So
Let me find out something, Tommy. Who has the highest minimum wage in the world? What about that? Let me see who are the top 5 highest minimum wage.
right,
The top
top 5
5
highest minimum wage:
highest minimum wage.
Here's information from Mapper.
Australia, Australia is 14.54.
That's US.
Yeah, Luxembourg is
What about Switzerland? Switzerland in there?
Australia, Luxembourg, New Zealand, Monaco, Ireland.
Mhm.
So Australia is 14.54. Luxembourg is 13.67. New Zealand is 13.18. Monaco is 11.88. And Ireland is 11.54.
Okay. So
That's the top
think
five.
about this, right? So in the US, in California, Emeryville, California is $17.68. In
Right,
Seattle, Washington is $17.27.
right.
In Mountain View, California is $17.10.
Mm-hmm.
In Sunnyvale, California is $17.10. And in
Mm-hmm.
Palo Alto, California is $16.30. These are the top 5 states in the
Right,
United States with the minimum wage. Top 5 cities in the United States with the highest minimum wage as of 2022.
right. But the reason why the stats would give you what it gives you because it's going to give you the average for each country. What's the average minimum wage for the US?
All right, let me ask that. Hold on. Hold on. Let me ask that. What's the average minimum wage for the US? The folks be doing, what is the average minimum wage for the US? What is the average minimum wage in the USA? What is the average minimum wage in the USA? $11.80 per hour. That was the average minimum wage as of 2019. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 per hour. Yeah? I think Tommy mute his mic. So Keisha says, good night, everyone.
Yeah, I need to know, Mike. Sorry.
Yeah, Tommy, it was $11.80 per hour. And as you
Yes,
stated previously, the federal minimum wage is $7.25 per hour.
7.25. Right.
So Tommy, you think that hold up, let's say who has the top highest minimum wage in the world? I thought that's what I asked before, I was in the USA.
Australia,
Australia, what's the minimum wage?
14.54.
14.54.
Yeah, no.
No, that don't make sense. But there are people with $17 in the United States.
Yeah, but that's not the average. That's not the federally um, designated minimum wage. We're
Oh yeah,
talking.
because the average wage is $11.
Yeah, and not only that, the national minimum wage is different to the state minimum wage, and I'm sure it's the same in most countries. It will be the same thing too. There will be parts of Australia where the minimum wage probably would be 20 or 25 bucks.
Right.
Depends on, just like Arjun showed us about Savannah.
Mm. Oh, yeah. So what you came up there is say, yeah. You full 100, full
Yeah,
100.
the national minimum wage is different to the state minimum wage.
Yeah. So Kevin said, so answer. Let me ask you something. If they give a book grant to children, it's not school supplies they will buy. It is to help build education. The country failed for education. Yeah, but Kevin, you made a good argument, and it sent me thinking, that, folks, the laptops that they give out, does everyone get a laptop? How do they give out the laptops? How are the laptops distributed? Do you have to do a means test to get a laptop? Do you have to do a means test? Nadia, do you have to do a means test to get a laptop? To Keisha, do you have to do a means test?
Good night, Miss Descent.
Yeah.
That's Judy.
Right. And someone very rational. Ask yourself, what's the purpose of what you're trying to achieve with the book grant? No, I understand that, you know. But I just trying to understand.
Why a means test, and if a means test is needed, that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. How many textbooks can a $1,000 buy? But Heidi, that's not the point, you know. The point is that if you get $1,000, it's $1,000 less that you have to take out of your small little earnings you're getting to buy books.
Correct.
Right? So even if that buy 3 books, that's $1,000 that you have to take out of your pocket. I mean, I'm missing the boat, but I think that's a good thing. Bijram says, Wall Street, I'm a keen listener on your program. Lives at Fishing Pond, Sandy Grande. Thank you very much, Bijram. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend. You see? Now, Hailey and Kevin thinking the same way. How much supplies could you get with a $1,000 in Trinidad? Is that the point, Tommy?
You may not be able to get much, but every little bit counts. That's the idea. The idea is that it's a thought. I think the thought counts much more than the amount. But at the same time, yes, the price of everything is extremely high, and the salaries don't line up with the cost of goods and services. But the only services that are reasonable are water and utilities as a whole. Public utilities are reasonable, but most everything else is up there.
Now, Denise does teach, right? Denise, what's your opinion? Victoria says, Ansem, you work hard, so I say, mind your children without my help. Well, Victoria, I don't understand what you mean, huh?
Victoria knows what she's saying.
No,
she's saying you work hard and you make money and you have money. You could afford to mind your children without she helping you mind them.
But I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that if it's across the board. Right? If you're giving out laptops and you're giving out laptops to everybody without a means test, then you can give out the 1,000 grant to everybody else without a means test too. I mean, I think that makes sense. You're having a means test for one thing, but you're not having a means test for the other. I mean, I think Kevin has a point.
So there's no means test for the laptop.
No. We asking the questions we don't know. I don't know. We asking Nadia the question. We asking Takesha the question. I don't know if Victoria's knows. Right? I don't know if Bishram knows.
Let's see if anybody's answering. What Hailey says here. Kevin, Hailey. Okay, Kevin says everyone in Form 1 gets a laptop, got a laptop without a means test.
Okay. All right. So Kevin, if that's accurate, then everybody should get a grant too. And the people who could afford it can say, you know what, I don't need the grant. if that's accurate.
But remember, they get it in Form 1, and that's supposed to take them through the entire school life.
But for me,
The, the,
it's
the
a rich people kids in Form 1 too, you know.
Okay, so they get that as a tool.
No, but they got free laptop. They got free laptop.
And that's for the entire school life, right?
They really, well, hopefully, but it doesn't matter. They get it free. There's no means that's it.
Hey, guess what?
If you could afford a laptop, why are you getting it free?
I don't know.
If you could afford a laptop, why are you getting it free?
Because you need it.
Yeah, but you could afford it. You could afford it. So Kevin made a good argument, right? I mean,
let me see who else says what.
Keisha says back then, every child got in schools. So you mean every child? Where, Tommy?
Victoria says, I was told that you have to do a means test for the laptop.
Okay, then that makes sense. Right? Kevin says there wasn't a means test. Victoria is saying there's a means test. So we had to find out.
Well, we are just asking questions. Who has the answers? They can share it with us.
Yeah. No, but that's an excellent question, you know. Because if you have one thing certain way, and you're giving another thing out this certain way, and it's different from the way that you're giving it, then you have to take a means test. Right? They should just get them.
Yep. But I would tend to think, regardless of what they should do the means test. Because if I can afford it, I need not take it away from someone who cannot afford it.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, Tommy. That's exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, so Victoria is saying there's a means test. Kevin is saying there's not a means test.
Or if Kevin is just guessing.
I don't know.
Anyway, let me see if there are any other opinions. Victoria Morris says Kevin from a teacher. So she got information from a teacher.
Okay.
Or maybe she's a teacher.
No. She got information from my teacher. She did. She got information from my teacher. I know that.
Good night, Troy. Love's in the house for sure.
Oh, Troy, Kizzy, just get Troy your phone.
Kevin said, oh yeah, this could be true. Kevin said when the UNC gave laptops, every child got. Yes, I don't think the UNC had a means test. They gave one to every child.
Okay.
This is true. So Heidi said, so it's about learning or selective learning. A test to get a laptop. Nah, that is heartlessness.
Oh, that is heartlessness. If you could afford a laptop, you don't need to get a free laptop.
It's true.
If you could afford, I know heartlessness.
It's true. Leave the free laptop for somebody who can afford it and they need it.
I'm
good with that. If I can afford to buy a laptop for my child, I buy the laptop for my child.
I good with that too.
Yeah, I wouldn't deprive a child who cannot afford, parent who cannot afford.
Well, Denise, I don't know. For the benefit of those who may not know, perhaps explain what the means test is so listeners can respond effectively. Maybe people gotta tell us.
Heidi says getting a laptop means it still belongs to the school, right? I don't think so. I think they leave the students with a laptop. I noticed students who got the laptop still have it, even though they were finished with school. Highly is not heartless.
I don't have a problem with that.
What are you trying to achieve? Heidi says, yes, but what that has to do with a test? Kevin says, the laptop UNC gave didn't had a DVD ROM and it was programmed with a child block on it so you couldn't go on bad sites. That makes good sense. Says, Captain Singh says, what book grant? Go the
You
go
trying to
the
read?
go
You
the
trying to
war.
read what? You trying to read what Captain Singh, right?
What book grant go do was?
What do you mean what book grand doing? Victoria says, Ansem, stop. Oh my. Bethel is down by the airport area. You only know Roxborough? That's true. I only know Roxborough and Scarborough. I come into Tobago, I come in Scarborough. I take a car, or I call
Really?
up my brother, and I go on Roxborough.
I mean, stuff is-
Now, we have to find out some information.
He said, I mean, that is the affordability of the household, which makes sense.
Yep. All right. Let me call somebody, see if this person will answer it. Hold up, eh? Tommy, I'm calling the Minister of Education. Oh God, she declined my call, boy.
She declined your call?
Yeah, go down call she back.
Try again.
Yeah, she back again. Go down call she. Oh God, she declined again, boy.
She knows you. Give up, give it up, give it up.
Okay, she declined again. So decline my call 3 times. All right. I go leave she alone. But Tommy, to me, she should pick up she phone. She should pick up she phone. I will leave it there. It means test determines if a personal household is eligible to receive some sort of benefit or payment. Yeah?
And that's fair. I
And
think
that's
that's
fair.
fair.
I think that's fair. Walton said Bethel is in the west, Pastor Baines area. All right. Walton talking like he find out where the west is. You hear what Victoria just say, Walton? Victoria say, I only know Roxborough. You understand? I come in Scarborough. My brother come and pick me up. Or I jump in a taxi. I jump in a Roxborough taxi. At least I know where to get the taxi, yeah? There's a maxi taxi going up to Roxborough. I know, you know.
Somebody got to answer that one.
Yeah,
I
hey,
should have.
Walton, they have maxi taxi going up to Roxborough. I never take a maxi taxi, but Tommy, you know, when you going up there, boy, it's like you just be on one side and look the river, the sea right by the next side, you know.
I drove up there the last time I was in Tobago, you know.
But Tommy, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I drive up there one time, boy. Oh God, Tommy, my heart was in my hand.
Just had to hold your corner and take your time. Just
Hold
don't
your
be in a
corner,
hurry.
boy. I was down there just holding the corner. I almost hold some rocks down in the canal too, yes.
First thing you gotta check in the American roads at the airport. Know that the roads aren't like American roads. It's not wide.
Boy. And listen to this now, Tommy. Going up there, some people double park too, eh?
That and then you have drivers coming around the corner flying.
Flying, boy. And I think he was driving about 9.5 kilometers per hour. And I telling you, boy, if you see him like it's in nothing, boy, nothing, you know. Boy,
Remember they traversing those roads daily, so they know it like the back of their hands.
hey boy, you know, Tommy, you be driving there, a car double park on one side. You understand? And you coming up. I just see men pull behind double cap, the car that double park, yes. And the next fella pass and gone. The man pull out and he go, no,
Pull out like nobody
like
business.
nothing happen, boy. I say, what?
Normal.
Normal. Yeah. Okay. Kevin says,
Yes.
highly like they forgot every year over 9,000 children not passing exam. And we discussed that here, Kevin. 42% of the children scoring 50%, below 50%.
You see what Heidi says? Heidi says in Canada, every child gets a laptop, whether rich or not. It's a different society.
Canada could afford that.
It's a different society.
Yeah. And Denise is right. Means-tested benefits include many government assistance, state and federal welfare programs that measures the family income against the federal poverty line. So Tommy, now Denise raised a point there. Once this child comes into the system, right, you should immediately do a means test for them, right? And you will have that means test. I know they could get an increase in salary and all kind of thing, but then you'll know the kids that you could target for these type of things. They don't have to come and fill out an next form and all kind of thing. You already know it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to give out laptops, you already know it. So you could give out the laptops. Maybe every year.
But listen, if they came in 2000,
yeah,
and the parents were dirt poor, and in 2001 they hit the lotto, and they have $1 million.
They may go be no school no more. They may go be now. Mother sending them to America. If that hit the lotto, you think them say I'm going to school?
They're out of there. They're out of there.
Them taking the first BW is BW. Is BWIA? Oh, Carl. The first Carl plane and going out of there. You them hit a lotto. You know? What? Look the next to Big Onion coming. Mean Gene. Bethel is not close to Roxborough. So I'm learning. So Bethel is in the west, Roxborough in the east.
Apparently.
Okay. So Bethel is going away from Scarborough, right?
So Bethel is on the what side and Roxborough is on the what side?
Correct is right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So all you getting my little geographical lesson is okay, Are you willing to learn, Kevin says, Dinesh G, America, a lot of the population can help from the government, Section 8, food stamp, EBT, and school program. Kevin, full 100. But Kevin, not only that, every single year, you have to reapply. Every year, you have to reapply.
Yep.
Every year, you have to reapply. You understand?
Just in case you hit the lotto.
Just in case you hit the lotto and you decide you want to fly from America to Trinidad. You know what I mean? Because better people in America want to retire in Trinidad. Many people in America want to retire in Tobago. They're still at that all the time.
Kevin says Trinidad only have 1.4 million people and we can't get help.
No, you're getting help. You just have to do a means test. Okay, Kevin says 7 years of budget answer. Okay. Kevin says, we in Trinidad like to compare Trinidad to America. How much of American population get help? All right, Kevin, we're going to fact check here. We just fact check people in here, right?
Google it.
Yeah, we going, Kevin, we going. That's what we like, in here, boy? In here?
Chances. Denise, she says she probably on the phone. She's talking about the education minister.
So what percentage of the U.S. population we had to call gets federal help?
Yeah.
That's what we had to say.
Gets federal assistance.
Yeah. Okay. What percentage of the U.S. population gets federal assistance? Okay, let's go. We're going to the videotape. Population of, according to Urban Institute, an estimated 59 million Americans receive welfare during an average month, which is equivalent to 19% of the population in the United States. Okay. Do you consider it to be a large amount?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's sizable.
Yeah. So how would we Google it now for Trinidad? What percentage of the Trinidad receive social assistance?
Yeah, I guess so. The
All right,
government.
government assistance.
Mhm.
Let's try that one. So we're making our comparison.
What
Right?
percentage of Trinidad and Tobago citizens get government assistance?
According to Statista, the share of urban population in Trinidad and Tobago saw no significant changes in 2022 in comparison to the previous year 2021.
What population of Trinidad and Tobago citizens get government assistance?
Right. Trinidad, what population? What percentage of the Trinidad and Tobago population
Gets government assistance.
gets government assistance? Government assistance. What percentage of the Trinidad and Tobago population gets government assistance? So 19% in the US get federal assistance. Trinidad and Tobago, they couldn't get that information.
I didn't see that giving it at all.
Mm.
They give
So let's
it
do this. According to a survey conducted by the World Food Program, 8% of respondents in Trinidad and Tobago have received some form of government assistance. It's worth noting that poverty is a significant issue in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
Are you surprised with a minimum salary, a minimum wage like it is, and the cost of everything, including gasoline, which is a commodity that we once produced, being higher than that in the United States?
It's only 8%, according to this, receive some
Yeah,
government assistance
yeah,
in this country.
it's only 8% they choose to help, but more than 8% needs help. If
Well, needing and receiving is two different things. You know?
uh, if 26% of black people living under the you know in poverty, according to the stats that you presented before, what percentage of Trinidad as a whole is below the poverty line?
I think it's about, let me see. I think it's about, let me see. What percentage of the population of Trinidad and Tobago live below the poverty line? I think they said like 12%, 12 or 10%.
The 19%, the 19% of persons in America who get federal assistance is because they are below the poverty line, and there's a safety net that catches everyone who seeks help.
According to the World Food Program, 20% of the population of Trinidad and Tobago live below the poverty line in 2014.
What about 2020? 14? That's 10 years ago.
They don't have it. They don't have it.
What about 2020 after post-pandemic? It would have increased probably by a good 5 to 10%.
Yeah. Let me go another place and see if we can get it in another place. Let me try. Let me go over here.
Number of persons in Trinidad and Tobago living below the poverty line.
According to Human Development Reports, based on these estimates, 0.6% of the population in Trinidad and Tobago is multidimensionally poor, while an additional 3.7% is classified as vulnerable to multidimensional poverty.
Yeah, Tommy, that's what they have. Oh yeah, in 2023, the United Nations Development Program, that's the same thing you just said there. In 2023, the United Nations Development Program estimated that 0.6% of the population in Trinidad and Tobago is multidimensionally poor, while an additional 3.7% is classified as vulnerable to multidimensional poverty. Multidimensional poverty is more comprehensive measure of poverty than traditional income-based measure, as it takes into account factors such as access to education, healthcare, and sanitation.
It's in 56,000 people.
Yeah, based on the available evidence, it's likely that the percentage of population of Trinidad living below the poverty line is somewhere between 0.6% and 20%. However, it is impossible to be sure without more recent data.
And that's the problem. Absence of data. They're not reporting it. They're hiding something. Why are we able to get the United States? Because they make that public knowledge.
So, how's the story? Let me go back to the chat. Victoria says, whoa, and Sam, what you usually say about your destiny and where you come from? My question is what it takes to change one's mentality, change your name. Yeah, Victoria. Circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for you become. Yeah. Tommy, Hailey says, Tommy, you really believe the Treasury don't have children? Don't have trillion? When Trinidad is only tax and VAT plus oil and gas profit, you fail matter.
All right. Yeah. The
Watson. In America, over 52 million people do a means test. Trinidad and Tobago is only 1.4. Look the difference. So Kevin, you're undermining your own point, eh? Eh? You're undermining your own point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's saying that if 52 million do it in here in America, and in Trinidad is only 1.4 million, right? Why a small amount can do a means test?
He shoot himself in the foot right there.
You just shoot yourself in the foot. Mean Gene say US is gallons, TT is liters. No, we converted it.
We did the conversion already, Mean Gene. We took that into consideration right up top.
Yeah. We did that conversion. Luxembourg has the highest minimum wage in the world. Well, was that no, Tommy, that was an average, that was the average minimum wage we looked at, right?
Luxembourg was second, first was Australia.
Yeah, Australia was first. Correct. Australia was first. Yeah. So you just mean it's the top two, Kevin. Yeah. Singapore is the second highest minimum wage. No. We came up with something different. We got, and the same thing Tommy came up with is what I came up with as well. But I mean, 1 and 2, it happens, because when you Google something, one other person put up something, another person put up something else. Washington is the highest minimum wage in America, 15.74 an hour.
We saw California had the highest minimum wage.
Yeah, California have higher minimum wage than that.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't know if how updated your information is, but
yeah. I think Kevin must be using Google Daughter. Kevin using Googs.
Googly.
Yeah, Kevin, stop using Googs. Stop using Googs. You have to put the GLE at the end. Okay. Victoria said your calculation is crude. A dollar is a dollar regardless of the country. The other factors to consider. Don't convert. Victoria, I agree, Tommy, don't I agree? They say we can't do a conversion. But Tommy didn't agree.
Because of the cost of goods and services. That's why I'm having an issue.
Nah,
If the cost of goods and service was low, or on par with the dollar, then I'll say, but the goods and services are U.S. prices and even higher than U.S. prices and even double U.S. prices.
And Tommy, after the top of the hour, I just want to address some things I see in the budget that I thought was a step in the right direction. I put it that way. You know? I thought it was a step in the right direction. And some after the pandemic, how much people in Trinidad use up all their savings? I come again. I don't see how 2 textbooks could be better when you need about 10. Highly, it's simple maths, you know. Simple maths, you know, Highly. Highly, if 10 textbooks cost $5,000 and you buy 2 textbooks for $1,000, how much is left? 4,000, right?
But even better, they're going to have to start getting virtual textbooks.
Nah,
or should I
Tony.
say e-textbooks?
I don't think they're going there, Tony.
E-books.
I don't think they want to go there. Yeah.
And e-books and audiobooks.
Okay. Yeah.
What good is the laptop if you can't use it to get the maximum mileage out of it? Get electronic books and audiobooks. I don't know.
Yeah, and Victoria, you're right, you know. What is Heidi trying to achieve? It's not heartless. If you want to get government funds, you want to get assistance. Yeah, I mean, yes.
You have to prove that you're worthy of it.
That's it. They prove you're worthy. I don't think that's heartless. No, well, I mean, Kevin, that's a great idea with regards to, you know, you don't have a DVD RAM and it was programmed with child block and it. Yeah, that's all things that should be done.
Yeah, because a DVD RAM is now obsolete. DVDs, you're not getting DVDs with your laptops anymore. That's all. That technology has gone past that. You're using memory stick.
Yeah. Look, okay, I want to say something. You see what Troy Smith said there? Right? Don't come in the village and you ain't give any ticket. What happened is a racial thing. Well, we have different programs, you know, Troy Smith. You know what, Troy Smith? I hear you. I got to do something about it. That's a good point. That's a good point, Troy Smith. I think Troy Smith have a point there, Tommy. What do you think?
Yeah, but he had to realize that it's 2 different forums.
But that forum is also for them too.
Yes, they could have gotten in.
Right. They could have gotten into that forum was for all their 2 choice, man.
They could have called and.
Yeah, that we forum choice, man. It's we and we and we and we. Remember that crazy song? It's we and we and we and we.
No we and them.
There's no we and them. It's we and we and we. So Denise says, having taught only in underserved communities, all families are in need, but there are families with greater need than others.
Absolutely.
While a laptop may be beneficial to all for the purpose of education.
That's right.
All right.
And when you get the laptop, you have to use it like it's supposed to. You don't want to have a laptop and then everything you have to go to a book to refer to get reference. What is the laptop for? Just to play with?
And Tommy, I was going through the budget and I saw something there about internet. I know at one point in time the government had talked about giving free internet, but there was something I read in there about internet and I highlighted, and I wanted to bring it to the attention of the people with respect to that internet thing. But I think if they say they're going to do that, they should do that sooner rather than later.
And they should have community hotspots for who cannot afford internet they can go with their laptops to
Yeah.
the community center where there's a community hotspot and do their work. Or that would be equivalent to going to the library.
Right. Correct is right. I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about going 10 miles to the library.
Hey, but Darren, Anita just get married, you know. I want to call she, man. She might be on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a good point. And maybe today's Tuesday, maybe Thursday we'll call her to find out. That's a good point, Darren. Thanks a lot. We'll do that.
She has a new last name now. Haynes, something with an A.
Okay.
What is that? I can't remember. She married a police officer.
Okay, good. So Denise says, so too made a $1,000 grant. But with set criteria, it means that's my best determined based on need who should receive the grant. Funds may not be available for everyone to get the grant. And I'm sure it's not available for everyone. Right? And there's a possibility that you might apply and you don't pass the test. Yeah?
All we have to do is hope that they don't have them jumping through hoops.
Correct is right. Walls is a Apple man. Walls is a Apple man. I bet you he's a Mac man. What's that Mac man? A Big Mac man?
No, a Macintosh computer.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Big Mac. I was going to tell him I don't eat meat. I just can't understand, Captain. I just had to read between the lines and Captain talking. Oh God.
One thing they say, when you go Mac, you don't go back.
Nah, I don't use Mac. My son does use Mac.
Yeah, my son too, and my big daughter and my son.
No, yeah, Kevin, that's absolutely correct. To build a country, you have to focus on the children.
That's right.
Yeah, it's better to build strong children than to raise what was that quote again, boy?
Broken man.
There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Better to build strong children.
Not to raise broken men or whatever it is, something like that. Yeah, correct is right.
Not raise than to fix broken men. That to fix broken men.
Tropics, welcome. Tropics say, the poor P&M areas are not going to pay any. Tropics, what do you mean by that? I don't understand that. The poor P&M areas are not going to pay any property tax. Middle class getting licked again. Tommy, you understand that?
I try not to understand it.
Tropics, explain that for we again. You have to break it down for we again now.
Because I think this thing goes across the board regardless of whether you're PNM or PDP.
Yeah, that ain't nothing to do with to me, the poor area should be paying less taxes.
Absolutely. The scheme should be a little bit more reasonable.
Balance. That's why the balance program should be a little more balanced. Right?
Yep.
And a person living in Westmoreland shouldn't be paying 3% of annual rental value, even though the value is going to be higher. The idea is that they are paying the same percentage.
The annual rental value scheme is going to have a lot of confusion in it.
Yeah.
You could see that from a mile, we can see that is going to be a whole bunch of bacchanal and confusion.
And Tommy, my next door neighbor could be paying $5,000 more property tax than me.
Yep.
Or I could be paying $5,000 more property tax than them. Yeah?
Yep. Because this evaluation as to how much rent your place could be rented for, that could be could go anyway.
right? Yeah. And Victoria. So Victoria asking the Tropics. Tropic, is this sound information? uh, Tropic say consistent with what happened. What happened? Consistent with what happened now. What? Tropics? Tropics, you know highly? Does Tropics know highly?
He knows the 10%.
Yeah, you know I was trying to tell you, you know the 10% highly. What? It's a plenty comedian anything tonight. Mean Gene says maybe in Pastor.
Pastor Google.
Oh God! Easy, nice a good one. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! I get it for that one. Oh God!
Eugene come good day, boy.
Yeah, BG come real good day. I at least say answer them. That is the 2% you. You know, sometimes you just go from worst to worst, you know. No, worst to worst, Sarah. He just go from worst to worst, Sarah. And the man go on, he going on, you know. Yeah, it is heartless. Don't they pay tax just like everybody else? You know, people that, anyhow, let me not compare them to America.
Not just that, but if you don't have any means, how you gonna be paying tax and you don't have no means, yeah? Anyway.
What choice, man? Saying your village comes, not one outsiders. I don't understand. Troy, what are you talking about? Troy, like since Kizzy gave back your phone, something wrong with you, you know. I know.
Kizzy and Troy?
Yes, Kizzy. Akira is Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah, you ain't seen Anderson don't text or call her no more. When Akira get vexed, she just take with the phone from Anderson. You know?
And he says, and some country is ruled by business. And if you not a business, and if you is a consumer, you're paying high taxes. Poor communities as consumers. All right.
And you know, I know good about Forex, you know. And you see why I talking? Anyway, folks, let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. It's Tommy and Sam and you in the village. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
In the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. It's Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. Let me say hello to Renwick, another Tobagonian boy. Rano Renwick from Tobago. Renwick, you'll be live and direct in the village, boy. Welcome. I think Renwick from Tobago too, you know. I wonder if you're from the west or if you're from the east. Renwick, you're from the east or the west? You did? Okay.
You say PNM laptop give him. Laptop PNM give him, right?
Oh, yeah. You see, using the laptop PNM give him. Oh God, all ain't easy, but yeah. All right, Tropic says, correct me then. Do all the houses in Laventil, Chumaka, etc. have proper deeds and registration? Do they pay land and building tax now? But Tropics, you said all, right? I don't think all of them paying land and building tax. I cannot say all of them, but you can say the majority of them, right? And those that have their deeds and everything else, they're gonna have to pay property tax, which I don't agree with, but they're gonna have to pay property tax. Yeah, of course. And some of them might be renting the land too, you know.
True.
Some of them might be renting the land.
And they still have to pay property tax.
And they still have to pay property tax. Because they own the house. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact, up in Lavantil, my grandmother used to rent the land before we bought the land. She used to pay. We didn't even know who the fella was. But he just say you own the land, and we had to pay him until we bought the land. Yeah? Highly say you want to give government French children a means test. Oh God, oh. Yep. Well, tell me how that goes. Very simple, Highly. Very simple. If they don't want to take the mean test, they ain't getting no laptop. How difficult is that? If you ain't take the means test, then you don't get a laptop, then you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so folks, I wanted to tell you guys about a story about a person who let me see if I still have this story here. What did I do with that story, boy? Let me play the story for you guys first, though. I want you guys to listen to this. We're going global on this story. Let me see this story here. I want you all to listen to this. Renwick from the east. Renwick from the east.
Okay.
I mean, he in the
You on the side with your dad.
Roxbury, yeah, in the Roxbury side. Yeah. You see, alone in my arm, think quick. What is this? Yeah, I know that person. Yeah, I wanted to bring this story to you guys. You guys take a listen to this.
Donald Trump had a terrible day in court today. We start off with video of the actual inside of the courtroom with Donald Trump sitting there looking completely devastated. Like this is the last place he wants to be in the world. Then the camera pans over to the prosecution, which we see them smiling because they know this case is open and shut. And then it pans back behind the prosecution where Attorney General Letitia James, who's the one behind the charges being filed against Donald Trump, we see her staring daggers at the man who has basically been the impetus behind threats to her life from Donald Trump's mega cult, because Donald Trump himself has been going after Letitia James for months and continued to go after her in the courthouse today, amazingly. Then we see the judge, who clearly looks like he is in a happy place. This is his home away from home, which is really interesting because he is going to be the one making the final decision in this trial. Donald Trump's attorneys did not request for a jury to make the decision in this trial, so the judge will make the decision. And here's what Donald Trump had to say about it.
I was going to come out and say that, as you know, we're not entitled to a jury, which is pretty unusual in the United States of America, so we think it's very unfair that I don't have a jury, but the judge's last statement was very fair, and if I read it right, I'll let perhaps one of the lawyers speak to it. But Cliff, maybe you'll speak to it if you would. But the way I interpret that, and the way everyone else in the room seems to interpret that, is that the statute of limitations is a very real thing in this country.
It's no surprise that the chief moron hires morons who just shoot each other in the feet every single turn. I mean, it's amazing how stupid these people are. Now, Donald Trump wasn't done there shooting himself in the foot because, as he just noted, the judge is going to be sealing his fate. And so what does Donald Trump do? He goes out and accuses the judge of getting away with murder.
Sir, we lost part of the case. I said, the trial didn't even start. You know, the trial starts, I guess, today. He ruled that we lost a big part of the case because he's a Democrat club politician. He's a Democrat operative, and he's a disgrace to people that call themselves judges. And I hope my lawyers go in, and I hope they fight him very hard, because this guy's getting away with murder. And his clerk should not be allowed to be in his ear on every single question. You take a look at what's happening with her. She hates Trump more than he does.
Donald Trump, of course, making the brilliant move here to accuse the judge who is going to be determining his fate of getting away with murder. Okay, Don. Donald Trump also had the gun loaded for his second foot because he went after Letitia James, the black attorney general who we saw at the beginning of this, decided he was going to call her racist.
We have a rogue judge who rules that properties are worth a tiny fraction, 1/100th, a tiny fraction of what they actually are. We have a racist attorney general who's a horror show, who ran on the basis that she was going to get Trump before she even knew anything about me. She used this to run for governor. She failed in her attempt to run for governor. She had virtually no polling. She came back and she said, well, now I'll go back to get Trump again. And this is what we have. It's a scam. It's a sham.
Now, ordinarily, any person who stood trial and who went out and made remarks like this would be reprimanded. But that's not happening with Donald Trump. He's a former president. This is under intense scrutiny. And the judge, the prosecution, the attorney general, they know that they have the evidence and that this is an open and shut case. And they don't want to add to the chaos that Donald Trump wants this to be, because they know that justice is fragile and that Donald Trump is trying to attack law and order. So they're not taking his bait, which I think is a brilliant move on their part. They're going to let the evidence speak for itself, and Donald Trump is going to lose this trial and ultimately be banned from working and making any money in New York City, which will be devastating to him. I mean, that's why he's kind of so energetic and so angry in some of those moments from earlier, because he knows that his fate is sealed and that it is a terrible one. So thanks for watching. I'm interested to hear what you guys thought about any of the clips today. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, follow.
He's dog whistling his supporters.
Yeah, boy, 45, boy, for line easy, boy. But, so I mean, when they finish with him, man?
He wish he kept his trap shut.
Yeah. Yeah, when they finish with him. Renwick say from the east.
Yep.
Yeah. When they finish with him, cancel Christmas, boy, it's over for him. You know? But Tommy, and in doing the research on the budget, I am biased when this is concerned. Very, very biased. Very biased.
They say your biases.
I am very biased with respect to this. Very, very biased. Very biased. Because, and the reason why is because I think, Tommy, if I had the type of facilities in Trinidad and Tobago, I could have gotten a scholarship while I was in Trinidad and Tobago, and I wouldn't have to leave Trinidad and Tobago in order to get a track and field scholarship. Okay? And I think that it's about time that this is done.
763,603,000 was the budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Sport and Community Development for fiscal 2022-2023. Facilities were a major focus in both areas of the ministry, with community centers and sporting arenas getting major attention. Although future projects of this nature remain in focus, sporting clubs and organizations are set to benefit further.
I have therefore allocated a total of $39 million in 2024 to allow for the fostering and promotion of community sports. This allocation will be used to assist local sporting clubs and organizations in the hosting and management of community sporting events and competitions, specialized training at the community level, and the procurement of sporting equipment for use in communities.
The participation of women and girls in all aspects remain a priority.
We are promoting sports in communities with an emphasis on the participation of women and girls in sporting activities. We are developing athletes through the Elite Athlete Assistance Program, which focuses on developing partnerships and providing funding support for national governing bodies. We are increasing sports participation in schools throughout the country. We are funding the Special Olympics of Trinidad and Tobago to assist with preparing and participating in the upcoming Special Olympics World Games in Germany.
Athlete recognition will remain a key area for the ministry, and the finance minister took the opportunity to initiate the first phase of that process.
I also wish to congratulate our youth team for winning 16 medals, including 4 gold, the most we had ever won at any Commonwealth Games. I also wish to applaud the feat of Nicole Blackman for winning the gold medal in the men's 50-meter freestyle at the prestigious World Aquatic Junior Swimming Championships held in Netanya, Israel in early September 2023.
Wayne Cunningham, TTT Sport.
Is Nikolai Blackman.
I see your biases now.
Yeah, Thomas, I bias. Me mixing matters. I bias because, Tommy, and I've said previously, right? The government needs to have a recreation department in all 41 constituencies across Trinidad and Tobago. And that recreation department can do all these sort of things that they're talking about here. You know, and produce the next track and field stars, the next basketball stars, the next, you could even have people in baseball, people in hockey, you know, you could even start with lacrosse, many things. But they have to put an emphasis.
And that's going to be a major crime reduction initiative.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that's the thing, you know, we don't just talk, we come with solutions. You know, we ain't just running with mouth. You understand? Because many times they hear different programs and they're running them out and they ain't giving you no solutions. We give you solutions. Yeah.
And the analysis that you're doing is clear. I mean, it ain't biased.
It's clear. It's clear. Clear as can be. Because you know, Tommy, why? These things have been tried and tested and they have worked.
That's true. We know for sure sports and the arts help prevent crime.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the thing about it, it's not only sports at these facilities, but it's also academic too. You know, in the recreation department, you could have free SAT classes, you could have free ACT classes, you could have free SCA classes. You understand? For those kids who are after school, can go to a place now. They know it's there. It's in 41 constituencies across the country. And I'm giving away these ideas free ideas. And I can guarantee you, it will have an impact. And I have a next suggestion. I was thinking about leaving that suggestion, but I'm going to also give that suggestion to Tommy on Sunday. They need to have a program in all 41 constituencies called MP or Councillor on the Block. It could be MP on the Block, or as a matter of fact, we'll have it twice a month. All 41 constituencies. We have MP on the Block and we have Councillor on the Block. And what we are going to do when the MP is on the block, we're doing a cleanup in that community. Picking a part of the community, MP on the block, we're going to clean up the community. The next one is Councillor on the block, we're going to clean up a different part of the community. And we're doing that once a month for 12 months. And not only that, that means to say For those who don't work in your community, now you have a little presence in your community. For those who may not be able to see the councillor, they could go and see the councillor now. Or they would have to go to the office. So MP on the block and councillor on the block. You see? Another idea. These ideas, innovative ideas. Now, there are some MPs who might be walking around and doing so. But this is something consistent. Every month. Councillor, MP on the block. Councillor on the block, MP on the block. All right? Renwick, where is BG? Bagatelle. I think BG is Bagatelle. Right?
Uh-huh.
BG in Tobago. Wouldn't that be Bagatelle? Bagatelle is in Tobago, right?
I thought it was Trinidad.
In Trinidad?
I don't know.
Oh, I get my Bagatelle mix up.
Bell Garden.
Oh. Oh, God. Well, yes. Tropic was, I don't know what channel that was. Tropic, I remember, no? I really don't remember. That's political persecution, Darren says.
What's that? The sports?
No, I think he might be talking about Trump.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, I know we would have get under highly skin, you know. And I ain't call his name, eh? You know, I ain't call his name before I play that Trump video.
Always joke at Trump leading in the polls over Biden. Okay.
See, I ain't call his name, right? Because I knew he was coming. I knew he coming up from under the Trump rock. You know what I mean? Because when you're under that Trump rock, you just scarcely clearly, you know. Van Meha, welcome.
Trump's gonna be in so much hot water. See, wish he.
Oh man, Trump got to take his name off of all them things they are doing in New York. All of them.
Trump is such a racist, and I don't see no Asian, Mexican, Latinos, no one else.
Well, Mean Gene. Hey, look, Mean Gene agree with me, yes? I feel the same way. I've gotten a track and field scholarship too. No, I feel about that, you know. I absolutely feel about it. I mean, I ain't asking, you know, I'm telling.
Anybody who knows about Trump and the Central Park 5, just going back to that, would know that Trump is nobody that you have to revere.
Yeah.
You remember the Central Park 5?
Of course I remember the Central Park 5, yeah. Yep, Trump took out an ad in the New York Times.
Yeah.
Sent a full ad about that. Right? Yeah, Mean Gene. And this is something real, you know. I remember we used to train in Bath area, and the thing was, I mean, I didn't think they used to mow them, they used to mow that grass once a week. And we had to go there, don't care how high the grass is, and we had to train on that grass, which was a good thing though, eh? Yeah, but we didn't have no facilities to go and train. You know how much people would have fall through the cracks? A lot of people, you know? And I think what needs to be done as well, they need to invest in coaches. Coaches. Because we don't have no sophisticated track and field coaches in Trinidad and Tobago. Tommy, I could guarantee you, eh? I could guarantee Trinidad and Tobago this. Give me the half milers and milers in Trinidad and Tobago for 3 months, and I guarantee you, every one of them would win a medal at Carifta. I ain't asking, I'm telling. Guaranteed. And I don't want, you'd have to give me the fastest person. I don't want the fastest one. I want the slowest ones. I don't want the fastest ones. The fellow who win the Carifta under 20 this past year, he's from the United States. He don't train in Trinidad. You see? So we need some better coaches. Not against the coaches in Trinidad, but you know, and the other thing to it, Tommy, is that you had them kids training in that hot sun. It ain't easy, you know. and they don't have the right nutrition.
When they go for the sports, it's not the hot sun they're gonna be running in.
No, not as hot as Trinidad. Depends where they go. Like if you go somewhere, right? I mean, the temperature, it could be different, and then depends on what time of the day you have the event too. Because some people just have the event in the late evening because it's cooler in the late evening. So, Tommy, when is the last time Trinidad and Tobago produced a top long distance runner?
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be a very difficult question.
All right, I want to ask the people in the chat. When is the last time Trinidad, we produce sprinters, eh?
Yep.
We produce sprinters across the board. When is the last time Trinidad and Tobago produced a top long distance runner? Long distance, eh? When is it top? Look at how Kenya does produce long distance runners. Like you know, man, it's like they're sharing coffee at Starbucks.
Wow, it's showing them out like cars on an automobile line.
Correct is right. It's like an assembly line, boy. You understand? And the career of a Kenyan is only about 5 years, you know. Because there is so much of them. And Tommy, if you see how they go to the train, it's like on a dirt kind of sand track.
Well, I could see that sand track doing them good.
And as you say that, we had a sand track in Trinidad in the Savannah, right? Where many people go and train. That was one of the best type of training. Boy, they let that thing come so dilapidated, boy. People used to go and thief the sand.
To do what, build houses?
Oh, you mean? You think Trini easy? Trini go down there and thief that sand, boy? Yeah? Now the sand track is no more. When I go down home, I just try to go and run on the sand track, boy. It's like it's like it's a pothole in the sand track now. The pothole on them in the sand track, learning from the roadway. You know, the sand track see potholes in the road, them come over in the sand track and have potholes over there. But you know how important that was for us when we was growing up, boy? Yeah? Yeah, no, Victoria, I understand, or no, but I just wanted to put that out there with respect to Victoria. You're correct. Sport builds mind.
That's right.
It gives you a sort of a discipline, right? It gives you a discipline, and if you could put the other A together with it, academics and athletics, the double A's, you're good to go, man. You're good to go. Yeah. Yeah, Eileen says, my grandfather worked for Trump as a contractor in building of Trump Towers and always spoke highly of Trump. Yeah, but Tommy, Eileen, not everybody have the same experience with Trump, you know. We just know what Trump gives. We just know what is the dominant part of his behavior. We know what that is.
Of course.
We understand that. And of course, there is some good in him. But the dominant part of his behavior is no good.
Yep.
And they will prove it in court in a few days.
But he calling Letitia racist.
You understanding that?
What saying kettle bottom black?
You understanding that? Heidi, that was you encouraging, boy, Heidi? Yeah, Heidi? Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, God. Hailey say, Anthem, you play a bias video. How that video bias, Tommy?
I don't know. Highly looking at things differently.
No, this is the 10% Hailey.
And he don't know the history of Trump, you know.
No, but you're talking about the video I just played. Oh, which video? The Trump video or the sports video? Well, I really know which one. Which one are you talking about, Hailey? Yeah? Darren said Trump won in the 2024 election. From jail? You could vote for somebody in jail?
I don't know.
Yeah. I really want to know Victoria for real. Yeah. I mean, Jean said he used to train in Shore Park and on the beach. Yeah, because only just the other day, they get Dwight York Stadium with a track. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So me imagine in an island of 60,000 people, you have one running track.
Wow.
One, one. In these countries, Tommy, almost every community with a few thousand people, some of them have 5,000, 6,000, them have 2 and 3 running tracks. You know? Oh God. Boy. I in a defensive mode tonight, boy. Did you have inflation under Trump? Did you have a war in Ukraine under Trump? Biden giving Ukraine $400 billion to rebuild. How much you give back to Caribbean black? How much you give to black Caribbean people? Black Caribbean people in America who hate Trump? Who Trump hate?
Hmm.
Who Trump hate highly? I don't know. To me. Yeah, Victoria, that ain't no joke, you know. The soundtrack was the best thing to train.
Yeah, easier to develop
Yeah,
on the sand because it's strengthens you.
it's the best thing to train.
Even walking on the beach in the sand is no joke.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, Eileen, Eileen. All right, nah, I ain't gonna go there with Hailey. You see Hailey's statement? You see that, Tommy? I ain't going there with Hailey. Oh God.
You see, some people don't understand what it takes to be a racist.
Yeah, I ain't going there with Hailey. I ain't going there. Hailey, look up the definition of racist. You gotta look that up.
Let me do that and read it out for highly. Let's see
And
what
and so I want to address this
racist.
issue, and we're
This is
gonna
the
address this
definition
with
of
you further
racism,
on Monday.
characterized by or showing prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
You hear what he said? What she says?
Well, I heard what she said.
Tip. She says, let me see if I can play it again.
Racist.
Oh, come on. What's the definition of a racist?
This is the definition of racist, characterized by or showing prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Minority or marginalized? Minority or marginalized? That's the key. Are white people minority? Are they marginalized? They, we, we cannot be racist.
Well, I guess you answered the question. I guess you answered the question for Hailey. Hailey 10% Hailey, and we will never get vexed with Hailey, because Hailey is a regular in the village here, and we respect Hailey. Okay, let me see somebody just send my video here. What do I want me to do with this video now? Let me see this video here. Hold on.
You hearing me?
Yeah, hearing you, but just somebody just send my video there.
No, there's this talk going around, or should I say, video going around about the use of the emergency broadcast system that's going to harm persons who had the jab.
No, I didn't hear about that.
All right. Let's see if I can find it and play it.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. Yeah. So folks, tonight we had a nice discussion about the budget, right? And I think we want to explore some national issues, right? And we talked about property tax. We talked about this was a situation that happened Yeah, you see that, Tommy? We had to do full research on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that propaganda, YouTube will kick me out like nothing.
But this been going? People been sending this day after day.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes them things and I like to do a little research on that. Yeah. Tommy, you remember Sonal Dempster?
Of course, the singer.
Yeah, boy. Boy. That young lady was fantabulous, but she has something new. I want you to listen to this. This is Sonal Dempster.
Don't study bad mind people. Whatever I do, I give it my all. Life is so good, no worries at all. I don't have $1 million, but I know I'm rich. Plenty things in life I don't accomplish. I don't go around trying to prove to nobody. If you don't see my work, somebody else will see. I don't hold on to people. I don't mingle with evil. I don't have no time to conversate with low-budget people. Cause I'm on my way up, so you have to climb up. No time for distraction, this go that I'm on. I'm going up and up and up and up and up and up. Yeah. I'm going up and up and up and up and up and up. People will hate you, pretend that they like you. They're gonna judge you like they have nothing else to do. Want to confuse you, try to mislead you. Them up to no good, so they're trying to keep you down. You can't walk in my shoe, could never do what I do. I have my gifts and talents, I sure you have yours too. The enemy tried to hold me down, but thank goodness I'm still around. Grateful for everything, all my things, yeah. I don't wish bad for people, I don't entertain evil. I don't sit and eat with who can't bring nothing good to my table. I'm on my way up.
Yeah, man.
Where is she? Where is she at this time?
Tommy, that's a good question, because I thought Sonal Dempster was in New York, at one time, because she just stopped singing just so,
Where did you get that information, that track from?
I get it on social media, and it was said as a latest thing for 2024 Carnival.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate her, but the level that she was at before.
Boy.
Remember she had won a road march?
Yeah, man. Sonal Dempster was the queen. She was, the best. The best.
Well, her voice is still good. She just seems to need a good producer.
Yes. Real good, man. You know, man. Son of them, boy.
She needs a good producer because she still has a good voice. She just needs good material. I'm not saying that her material isn't good, but she needs hotter stuff than that.
Yeah, I mean,
because Patrice Roberts is a force to be reckoned with.
Patrice Roberts gone. She gone. She bolted the stable long time. Yeah, she gone. Gone. Yeah. Now, Denise asked a question: are all areas in TT equipped for internet, Wi-Fi? Right? Yes. Tommy hit spots are key to accessibility for all. As you say that, Denise, let me get let me go to the budget report and let me find. I have something here. Internet. INTER. And see you find that. Okay. I'm gonna read from the budget for you. And this has to do with under digital economy because I highlighted this. Madam Speaker, we are taking advantage of the rise of emerging technology, typically represented by the internet, cloud computing, big data, and 5G. And we are generating development opportunities by promoting the digital economy. E-business and e-commerce are gaining prominence in our economic and business infrastructure. There is no gain saying that broadband availability is central to the success of a digital economy. We are thus ensuring that TT Wi-Fi with free broadband access is available in highly populated and frequented areas such as transport hubs, hospital waiting rooms, library, and schools. We are also establishing information and communication technology access centers with computers and broadband access. We have begun a marketing campaign to articulate these programs, various locations, and advantages, training 10,000 citizens, including senior citizens with digital skill, as a centerpiece of our technology-driven agenda, right? So I think if this is real and they're actually going to do it, I think it's an excellent thing. You know, and Tommy, that might be an opening for things that you guys are trying to do.
Yep. As a matter of fact, something's going on that I can't even talk about right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in the hot seat. We're getting activity. We're getting traction, so to speak.
Right. So once Denise said that, as I said, I went through the whole budget and I read certain things that I thought was significant. You know, and if they decide that they are going to follow through with this and implement it, it could be something excellent.
Yeah, we're getting traction. We're getting traction.
That's good. That's good. Darren says American will vote with vengeance against Sleepy Joe. Darren, you know, it's sometimes people just tell us, all they don't understand what's going on the ground in Trinidad, you know, and they are absolutely correct. Right? We're not on the ground, so to speak, you know, but we are part of the process, you know, and sometimes we on the ground and all they don't know we on the ground.
That's right.
You know, they doesn't know. I mean, we just don't want to say where we are, you know. And Mean Jean said she songs like Adana from Tobago. I don't know if the second girl is Adana, but I know the first person is Sonal Dempster. You know, she still have that voice.
Yep.
Yes, so those are one of the things in the budget. And Tommy, the increase in minimum wage, right? We can't say that it wasn't a good thing.
No, it's a good thing. Could be better, but it was good.
Yeah, at Darren, Trump racist, but they vote in Biden. I don't understand. No. Why, Lisa? I don't know. Eileen. Yeah, I think when we look back at this one, we're gonna say this was a good one, right? For me, they didn't raise gas, right?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see anything. Guys, did they raise gas prices? Because I didn't see anything about them raising gas prices.
I didn't see that. And someone asked me if they raised the old age pension. I didn't see it either.
Let me see in here. I don't know if that's one of the things that I highlighted. Let me see. Let me see pension. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Oh, Tommy, as you say that, so this is what they said. Despite these relatively low property taxes, we are still ensuring that the most vulnerable in our society are shielded from the immediate impact of property taxes. If a citizen cannot pay the tax due to hardship, or if they are on old age pension, public assistance, or disability grant, or they have minimal income, they can apply to the Board of Inland Revenue for deferral of property tax. What says you, Tom?
Deferral means that it's going to be still owed, but somebody has to pay eventually.
Yes.
Which it should be forgiveness, not deferral.
Okay.
Come on, I mean, if I understand the language correctly, I mean,
that's what they're saying.
So if you live for 10 years and you can't pay property taxes for 10 years, somebody eventually is going to have to pay that 10-year deferred tax. That doesn't make sense.
Well, that's what it says.
So if you let's say you gift your property to someone, you're going to be liable for the taxes before they can take ownership or something. Is that?
Well, Tommy, anytime something is deferred, you still owe it.
That's the point. So I don't like that language. They're not really doing anything if they're not forgiving the taxes for seniors who cannot afford to pay, or people who don't have the means.
That's why, Tommy. That's why people in certain areas should have paid less percentage of property annual rental value. That's why.
It's sad, but this property tax thing can get to be such a messy fiasco that it could become a political liability. So they have to be very careful if they want not to have a political liability. That's all I have to say about that. I'm just doing an educated assessment of where this is going and where it could go. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I stand corrected.
Tommy, did you hear that Kevin McCarthy was removed as House Speaker in an historic vote?
Yep.
Let's see if we can play that for you guys. Hold on,
We want to go now to Capitol Hill, where Kevin McCarthy is speaking to reporters after being ousted as Speaker of the House. Let's listen.
My journey to this office was something people wouldn't understand. I grew up in a town of Bakersfield, California, the son of a firefighter, the grandson of immigrants. Parents worked hard, the youngest in my family. Didn't have great wealth. When got out of high school, I didn't have great grades. Couldn't get a scholarship, went to community college. Flipped cars to try to pay my way through it. Went to visit some buddies away in college for a weekend, stopped at the grocery store to cash a check, and I won the lottery. One of the first in California. It was before Biden economics. It was only 5,000, but it went much further back then. Took my folks to dinner, put the majority of the rest of the money into the stock market and did pretty well. The next semester, I took a break from school. I went to buy a franchise, but no one said they would sell me one. I was only 20 years old. But I learned then never to give up. So I opened my own business, selling sandwiches. 3 things I learned. First to work, last to leave, last to be paid. I wanted to finish my college degree. At that time, no one in my family had finished a 4-year degree. I did pretty well. I now had enough money that I could pay my way through school as long as I went to Cal State. So I sold my business, going to school. I opened up the local paper and said, be a summer intern in Washington, D.C. with my local congressman. I did not know this man, but I thought he'd be lucky to have me, so I applied. And you know what he did? He turned me down. But you want to know the end of the story? I got elected to a seat I couldn't get an internship for. I ended up being the 55th Speaker of the House. One of the greatest honors. I loved every minute. The one thing I will tell you is, doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise. I don't regret my efforts to build coalitions and find solutions. I was raised to...
So there you have it, Tommy. That's Kevin McCarthy removed as the House Speaker in a historic vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how the U.S. politics works.
Yep.
They don't play. They don't pussyfoot around, so to speak.
Tommy, Hailey says the rise of gas prices will come after the budget. It's a tactical move.
All right.
Oh,
God. It's already higher than U.S. prices.
Oh, God.
That's how we slice it. It's about $1 higher than U.S. prices.
Joyce Smith said that $3 going straight back to the tax man.
It's $1 U.S. higher than U.S. gas prices.
Yeah. Joyce Smith said that $3 going directly back to the tax man. All right. Tommy, Mean Gene said it could be deferred indefinitely. Really,
well,
Mean Gene?
If that's the case, that's wonderful. I think forgiven should be the word, not deferred. I think I remember English good enough. It should be forgiven, not deferred. Deferred means that it's still owed.
Where can we get an example of something that's deferred indefinitely? What's an example? Off the top of your head, if we could.
There has to be a new word for deferred indefinitely, because deferred doesn't mean indefinitely. It means it's put off.
Yeah, give us an example now. If it could be deferred indefinitely, you think they go give them a deferral for 20 years?
Something doesn't make sense.
40 years? Nah, Mean Gene. Make it make sense.
Maybe I don't understand the language anymore. Or maybe it's changed overnight and I didn't get the memo. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound right. Deferred to me doesn't sound like what it should be. Maybe somebody else other than Mean Gene can make it make sense to us.
Yeah, what does deferred indefinitely mean? Eileen said 50% of the country plus you guys agree it will be a good thing for property tax. Now it's complaining. What do you expect from the PNM government to all of a sudden do the right by citizens? Eileen, you listen to this program all the time. And we agree on property tax, but we never agreed the way it was set up.
We always talk about the scheme.
We always talk about that.
We always talk about the scheme that doesn't seem to the maths wasn't matching. We always keep saying the maths and matching for the scheme that they are employing. We have nothing against property tax. We just find it wasn't a sensible approach to the scheme that's being used.
It wasn't equitable. Put it that way. I mean, what did you expect? We expect it to be equitable.
That's all.
That's what we expect.
Property taxes
And we give you. Go ahead, Tommy.
Property taxes are needed, except that, like my buddy Wall Street said, it has to be equitable, and we also gave you examples of how it works in an equitable form. Because everybody is not in the same category, and every house, every building is not in the same category. It can be zoned.
Yep. And people in certain communities pay way different tax than other people in other communities.
Correct.
People in the suburbs don't pay the same type of property tax as people in urban America. It's not even close. You understand? From a percentage perspective. Yeah? So folks, we're going to start a little early tonight. We want you to put closing comments in the chat. Nadia, Hailey, Troy Smith, Akira, Mean Jean, Darren, Denise G, Victoria, Akira, Troy Smith. Hello, Kizzy. I already called Darren. Nadia, Ben Mehaf is still there. Tropics. I think Renwick Job. Kevin Williams. We had another Tobago in here, you know. What was the other Tobago? Kevin. No, not Kevin. Captain Singh. Where's the other fella? Next fella. What is it name? Renwick Job, right? We call Renwick, right?
Yes.
We call Kevin.
Yes, we have.
Nadia. Walton Walker.
Yep.
Nadia and Takesha, if it's still there. Rose, if it's still there. Yeah. So folks, I mean, and these are the kind of discussions we want to have, and we are going to continue to have, and you know, we're going to face up to these issues. We want you, to be the one. Oh God, Eileen easy. Eileen say I believe property taxes for foreigners, not citizens.
All right. So
Eileen,
then it doesn't make sense to us.
Eileen, if you're renting a home while visiting Trinidad, you should pay property tax. Eileen, that's why you pay a rent, Eileen. You pay the homeowner a rent, and the homeowner takes that money and pay their property taxes. At least it's like renting an apartment in this country, Or you have a home and you rent out your home. The person who renting the home don't pay the property tax. The homeowner pays the property tax.
Because that's whose name is on the bill.
And that's right. That's whose name is on the deed. So they
and the tax bill.
Yep, and the tax bill, correct. Yeah? So you have to pay the property tax. It's just my thinking that they could have structured that much differently to make it
fairer.
Make it fair, yeah. Meaning say if the person never reaches where they can pay, it's indefinite. I mean, Gene, if after 10 years you can't pay, you think that's indefinite? If after 10 years you can't pay, we had to make a decision. How are we going to collect our property tax? So if we have 50% of the people going to pay property tax, right? If 20% of the people decide they cannot pay, we're just going to let them not pay for 10 years. Oh, you see what happened with HDC? All them people owe them what? How much millions or billions they said recently?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what it is. Highly said citizens buy their land and have to pay property taxes.
Yeah.
But highly, sometimes the people don't own the land, but they own the house that's on the land. Now, here's the question, Tommy. What about if you rent the land and you build a house? Don't you have to pay, the person who own the house have to pay the property tax, right?
Yeah, the homeowner has to pay the property tax because
Yeah.
you put on it. And now the land that's rented, I don't know who pays if they split it up, but
I think, but isn't land tax different from property tax in Trinidad? I don't know.
it used to be building and land. But I don't know. We don't know what the story is right now because it's the rental value they're going to be going on. The rental value, maybe you have to inform the tax collection agency that you're renting the land. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. It is. I just don't know. I don't know.
As time goes on, we'll see how this fleshes out because there are just too many gray areas right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the finance minister seemed to try to make it simple, I don't know how simple it really is.
All right, folks. Tommy, let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplet. It's Tommy, Anselm, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stay strong, stay put. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
It's in the village with the DAT Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eileen says, paying property taxes mean you don't own nothing, you are renting. What? For me?
I guess you don't own your house in the United States. You're renting that.
Eileen, put on that bottle, eh? Eileen, please put on that bottle. Eileen, put on that bottle, please. Please, Eileen, put on the bottle. That's how I go answer that. Put on that bottle. I ain't say what you have in the bottle, eh? I just tell you put it down. Right? All right, so folks, I mean, it's always a pleasure when we come here in the village and we keep it real and we share information. The good thing about it, Tommy, is that I enjoy sharing the information, keeping it real, and not into this thing where we bashing this one and we bashing that one and we bashing the other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it don't make sense. We need resolution to the issue, solutions.
Walton say you have to throw away the bottle. Oh God. and Mean Gene follow up on what he's smoking.
Ali, do not inhale.
I just tell Ali put on the bottle. I didn't insinuate he had anything in the bottle or what was in the bottle. Oh God. Well, yes. Oh God, all ain't easy.
I get a little too high for everybody.
Ah.
You're on a high plane.
All right, so Hailey answer all, yeah. Hailey say you don't drink or smoke. I never said Hailey does drink. I just said put on the bottle. That's what I said. You see, I never said Hailey does drink anything. I just said Hailey put on the bottle.
So what do you have in the bottle? A genie?
The bottle, you could have water in the bottle. Eh? It's a bottle water.
All right.
Right? The man could be drinking some water because he hot to stay hydrated. Right? And that's all I tell him. Put on the bottle. Right? Because that water must be consuming him. You know, water does give gas pain too when you have too much in your stomach.
Oh, that's why I'm getting a gas pain right now.
Yeah. When you pour water.
Too much water.
Drink too much water, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I wasn't insinuating nothing, eh? I just tell you put on your bottle. Lies all. Now I just said too much poor people suffering.
Yep.
So folks, my closing comment is when you learn to accept instead of expect, you will have fewer disappointments. When you learn to accept instead of expect, you will have fewer disappointments. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel.
My statement comes from, my first statement comes from Susie Kasem. It says, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. That's doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Like I always say, become the change, you be the change that you want to see. You, the man in the mirror. However, if you're looking at the mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Do not look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. I always say, be safe, love you all. Till the next time we meet again right here in the village. Good night.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Hailey says, I am being disingenuous. Walton says, there's no equity. No, Walton. I don't think we ever said there was any equity in property tax. We know that. Right? There's equity in your house, but there's no equity in property tax. Once you pay property tax, I mean, property tax just goes to the different things that happen in your community, whether it's for roads, whether it's for the schools. That's what property tax go to.
And it's tax.
Yeah, tax. Means if he's drinking water, then he should mind his business. Means hit all of a sudden, boy. Nadia say laugh out loud. Closing comments. Highly closing comments. How long is long to you? Tommy, you get that one?
How long is long to you?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about the indefinitely, right? Huh?
Yeah.
A year could be long. 2
Yeah.
years could be long. 3 years could be long.
20 years.
20 years could be long. 40 years could be long. Oh God. At least a mean gene in my business, but talking. Oh God.
We just make sure anyway, we just want love in this village.
No, I leave wrong the bottle now. I just see him. He paid on. Man drinking water. You see how people just try to interpret things? I never said anything about the contents of the bottle. All I asked him is to put on the bottle. Right? And he speculated that there was some kind of
spirited content
in the bottle. Correct is right. Correct is right. You understand? Nadia says, Anselm, good night, blessings to you. Thank you very much, Nadia. And I know that's to Tommy as well.
Good night, Nadia.
Yeah. Hailey say drinking ginger tea. Yeah, Hailey, before at night I just drink ginger and turmeric tea. Organic ginger and turmeric. Walton says good night. Someone will have to take up that tab sooner or later. No. Property tax will never, there's never equity in property tax. There's no equity in property tax. Okay. Hailey says, I said I don't drink or smoke. I did not say what I don't drink or smoke. Hailey, you pick back up the bottle.
Too high.
You pick, yeah. Hailey, you pick back up the bottle. Please put it down again, please. Please, Hailey.
Hailey, you're on another plane. You're on a higher plane than we are.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, you pick back up the bottle. So, folks, it's always a pleasure with you all joining us here in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. You know, we cherish all of you all. You know, continue to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, Tobago in the house. We want Tobago to also tell other people. Yeah? Yeah. even Walton says highly on a roll. Yeah.
Next session we'll address Tobago.
Yeah, we will address Tobago. Yeah, Hailey said that going over we head. No, Hailey, that ain't go over we head. We know exactly what you mean. We know what you mean. We're going over we head. We know what you mean. But we just wanted to put on that bottle, that's all. Yeah. All right, folks, we're gonna go out with Karina Shea. Good night, folks.
Good night, sir.
Take care. See you guys.
Thursday go.
Yeah.
We gotta save it. Oh yeah, my sweet TNT. Oh yeah. We used to sing sweet, sweet Trinidad. To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not lit while electoral start. How did we ever come to this? But so long we hearing, you got to stand up and be counted. But daily we're intimidated. Every day I next to witness silence while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis. Broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's high time we separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. Report in the world when they have to reap. While them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to reap. Hey. Oh yeah. Oh. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In our schools, kids getting on. We're fighting, making porn. Our school girls, you won't believe. Live MMA, they're pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline Tomovado, mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole, Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and
these streets, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trinbago, the time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why